Right. That's that done. Back to the Golden City. No. Back to Tulialal. Ketenram, living legend, and yours in explorer extraordinaire. No relation to Hildebrand. Would like to chat. This ain't no place for a proper chat. The cabin's just north of the city. Blue Eyes Abode, as people here call it on account of my dazzling twinklers. He does not look like a Rugadin. He's got a very higher face. It's not quite as... I mean, obviously it's a custom face rather than a kind of generic one. Question of why he lives down here though is one that interests me. Why did you choose to settle... Well, I've just asked that, so I'm glad I'm getting an answer. Why did you choose to settle down in Mamook? They haven't exactly been welcoming to outsiders, legendary explorer or otherwise. All more reason to keep a weather eye on them. Though, seeing how you've won them over, methinks I'll have less need for vigilance. I'm here at Galul Jajar's behest to ensure his hard-won peace is kept, and incidentally to remind Zareeldra of his duty as a lecturer should he have forgotten it. My old man ordered you to stay here. That's no way to treat an honoured guest. Eh, that's more than your father's guest by now. Why didn't you see the sepulchre atop Walker's Ormore? That's right, Ketenram was one of the names. Your father and I fought shoulder to shoulder in many a battle, Ralligamander being but one of our tribes. You and I are brothers. So when your brother tells you to stand watch, you stand watch. You trust in his judgment and his strength of will, even if that means you have to sit out the occasional scrap. Surely you understand such a bond, surrounded as you are by all these bright and eager faces? I do. My comrades are my strength, and it's thanks to them that I understand Papa's hope for this nation, what I must continue to protect. Then prove your readiness for the throne, Wuklimat. Find the Golden City. He does have very blue eyes, doesn't he? Oh, I will. These ones beside me, even uncovering a legend should be child's play. Especially since I believe I already have. What? Oh, by yourself? How? When? Well, as you know, electors are forbidden from giving unfair advantage to claimants. So when Humnuruk refused to divulge why my grandfather passed through Irkbrax 20 years ago, his silence spoke volumes. You think Galuf's visit had something to do with the Golden City? Precisely. Moreover, only the Yakhui who lived in Yak T'el ever dreamt these golden dreams. When exposed to certain triggers, those with magical aptitude have been known to receive visions. And if Gurflur's abilities are at all representative, the Yakhui are no stranger to the arcane. Which means the dreamers of Eld likely owe their experiences to their inherent qualities and their proximity to the city itself, here in these forests. Is this going to be our dungeon? Then all we need to do is search Yak T'el from top to bottom, right? It would behoove us to try and narrow our focus. To that end, I propose we return to Mamook and make inquiries. While there, we can all take the opportunity to see to any necessary travel preparations. When everyone's ready, let's assemble at the Aetherytes. There are 2 locations on the map. By Ketenram. You're Koshia's boy, aren't you? Just tell me about you. Said you tasked you with finding the Golden City. Aye, I might even succeed despite my best efforts. I had begun to think it was a fool's errand. My own fruitless search in my youth proved as much. Here you are, older and wiser, playing the fool again. Courtesy of the company I've been keeping, perhaps. Well, Clement's not the only one to have grown, thanks to her comrades. We'll find it. Together. Was I ever that young? Is she the son... no, is Erenville the son of one of Bilal-Jajar's companions? Because one of them was a Viera, wasn't it? Wasn't she? Hi! I waited for you. Not entirely sure why, but I did. Yes, 2 areas on the map that we can get to. There's no way of getting into this, so I'm assuming it's something that we have to fly to. And there's also this place here, the Skydeep Cenote, which seems to be outside of the map, unless... No, because I think I've been down there. So I need to get to this little section in order to unlock and cover that. You waited for me. It seems Catamaran knows my mentor, so we chatted for a bit longer. Alphino said to meet by the Aetheryte, so I'll see you there. Where are they all? They're not here yet. Rousing music. Hi all. Is that everyone? The merchants were more than happy to mend my gear and sell me supplies. One would hardly believe they were ever averse to aiding visitors. You won't believe how many new jewel they gave me. Now, all we need is a hint to point us in the right direction. City of Gold, here we come. I think I can offer that much. I have an inkling of where the Golden City might be. Bilal-Jar and Civiljar, you've come to help us? As an elector, I am forbidden from speaking of the Golden City, but my wife is beholden to no such constraints. And anything you can tell us would be greatly appreciated. Our people have lived here for centuries. There is no corner of this forest we do not intimately know, save for one. Do you recall the place I showed you, where my son confessed the truth of blessed siblings? That stone pier stands at the entrance of the Skydeep Cenote, the final resting place for children we lost to our zealotry. Precious few are permitted beyond the cenotaph doors, and we have not explored its deepest recesses. If the Golden City is in Yak T'el, it may well be hidden there. Will you permit us to search for it? I have no reason to refuse you. No longer will we rely on blessed siblings, nor will we conceal the sacrifices made to conceive them. The Cenote is no longer under our protection. It is a dismal burial ground, and our children deserve better. Their bodies will be moved to a place of comfort and peace. I'm sure Bilal-Jar would appreciate that. We're here to offer any help if you need it. Her father also visited the Cenote, come to think of it. It was many years ago by now, but a notable affair due to the foreigner he brought with him. A mage, I believe. Galuf! Truly? The Dawn servant did not disclose his reasons, but he descended past our cenotaph and into the old Yokoi quarries. Quarries? We've heard of the quarries. Doubtless the very same ones excavated by Vorpal's dreamers. The Golden City must be there. In the depths of the Skydeep Cenote. The way her pendant stretches. Thank you, both of you. We'll set out straight away. You'll find a winged beast or two lingering in dark descents. They will carry you below. I believe in you, Third Promise. You will make a magnificent Dawn servants. I find it interesting that they called them winged beasts. Have they just not given them names? No, they must have done. This is it, everyone. To the Skydeep Cenote. Yeah, I think this is going to be our level 95 dungeon, isn't it? Ride the imposing beast. Yeah, so that's the corner of the map that we have not unlocked. It was about at this time in Shadowbringers where we had a chunk of story revelations, wasn't it? We had MSQ and the level 75 dungeon where we had the murals and stuff, revealing the truth of Zodiac and Hydaelyn. An imposing beast. So, yes, I'm intrigued as to what kind of new stuff we're going to get. Yeah, this is the dungeon, because we've seen the concept art of this place, haven't we? Oh, there is sound. Just the music's faded out and hasn't been replaced by anything. I assume it won't until we land. Oh no, we're landing into a cutscene. Beyond the doors. This is the cenotaph, which means that beyond these doors is right of succession or no. Disturbing the souls that rest here feels wrong. I know. I can't turn back. Let's pay our respects at the very least. Shiny floors. Let's go. I'm ready to complete my journey. Spoopy doors to open. The Skydeep Cenote, now accessible. What do people have to say? Oh, actually, first, let's make sure we swap over to Le Reaper. I confess, I anticipated my duty as a guide with no little weariness. I know our journey might change the course of my nation, but I did not think it would change the course of my own life. Cenotaphs are notorious for attracting malefic creatures. We must exercise all due caution. I don't know what's down there. I'm eager to see it with my own eyes. Wookievu? Mablu? So many people have helped us reach this moment. Let us honour their generosity and find the Golden City at last. It's not going to be this easy though, is it? Or is it? I mean, it's the first half of the expansion that's led up to this moment. Part of me is sad to see our journey end, but I have to see what's waiting for us in there. Right. So we actually have options here. I think we should take Kryl. The Skydeep Cenote. Let's see what this is like. It's going to be a big crypt dungeon, so that was what we saw. God, there's thousands of jars. The level 75 dungeon was one of my favourites in the entirety of Shadowbringers. I wonder whether this will have a similar kind of impact. What was the 85 dungeon? I forget. Oh, we can't check while we're actually in a duty, can we? Already liking the music. Ugh, octopus. How do I play again? I like the music. Yeah, so it's specifically Gluttony that grants us Executioner stats, which changes our light blue abilities to green abilities. Very descriptive, I know. I'm wondering if that will be enhanced as we raise through the levels. These things are a bit chunkier, I think. They feel a little bit tankier, but that's generally how it goes. You get to kind of the mid-range of the expansion and things start to feel a little bit bulkier. That and the fact that actually I'm probably a little bit under-geared on Dema as a Reaper. Oh shoot, that overwrites it, damn it. That's the wrong button. Jump? Yeah, so I have to be really careful which order I press the buttons in, because it's a fairly significant buff, the Executioner stuff. I thought they were doing away with positionals, but they haven't. It's a shame because I don't particularly like it as a mechanic. I mean, I like the idea of it, but I like the music in this dungeon. It's got that sense of time lost, regrets. Standard nuts. Yes, I'm definitely struggling damage. Well, not struggling's the wrong word. We're not struggling here. We're just with a group of NPCs. One of the things that frustrates me a bit, and actually, I was quite disappointed when I learned this. I'm sure for Endwalker, it leveled your duty NPCs up. It hasn't for this. So if you want to go in, they're not level 90. They're still whatever you got them to in the 80s. So I would need to go through all of the Endwalker stuff to get mine up to a vaguely decent level. Boomwise? Troublesome tail. You're cursed to be a nuisance to your party. Okay, so I took a Vuln stack, but they didn't. Now, did they not because NPCs don't get Vuln stacks? Copious bubbles? Bubble bomb? Oh, ow. Okay, I see. So that pushes the... Right, I need to try and figure out how this works. I don't know what I did then. Okay, get an opportunity to learn. Will be compelled to release Feather-Raised special attack when cast. Okay, so it's a shoot thing in the direction. Copious bubbles. Yeah, it's gone. Bullet hell. That's fine. A little bit of the near automata raid coming in. That gets pushed along, yeah. I understood that mechanic. And I screwed it up the first time, because of course I did, but I understood what was happening. Right, this was the one that I didn't get. Okay, so I didn't die that time, I'm wondering then if I got hit by a bubble and didn't realise it. Right, just going this way. This side there is safe. Okay, troublesome tail again. Trouble bubbles. We win. Scouting. That doesn't look like a bandana. It's like a helmet. This actually gives me certain... Oh, what's it called? The Tombury place. Wondrous Palace. Two Wondrous Palace vibes. Oh, great. Spiders. Lots of spiders. I'm not a spiders person. We've also got snakes. Oh my. Spiders and snakes. Oh my. Yeah, I can definitely see how this will be faster with a proper group. But as I said, that is always the way with the trust dungeons, and it is unfortunate because I feel like I would use the trust system so much more if it was just a little bit faster. And I guess that's why it's not fast, because they don't want you to just use this. You know, they want you to engage with other people. It is, after all, an MMO. But I just like it to be a little bit faster. It doesn't have to be a lot. Yeah. The fact that your NPC allies do not cast AoE is the big thing, obviously. You know, they take enemies one at a time. Yeah, I wish they did AoE. But would it really make so much of a difference? The fact that you only get one piece of loot per chest as well when you're coming in with trust is an obvious disadvantage, but I like doing it so I can take my time if needs be and just... Rats. There are rats. These statues are clearly coming to life. They're somewhat comical looking, it has to be said. Yeah, it definitely feels like they're quite chunky though, doesn't it? It's weird because I didn't actually feel that it was that bad with the previous first dungeons, but I'm definitely starting to feel the lack of DPS here. Oh. Oh, cubes. Are you all right? They're just bouncing up and down as they attack, aren't they? Almost there. I got a 666. Virgar metal grounds. Bow engaged. Firearms is risen. Ah, such power! Destroy, destroy, destroy! Room wide? Oh, and a thing. Mirror maneuver. That's gonna go, yeah. Oh shit! Ow. Okay. I'm gonna stand here. That's a tank buster. I don't need to worry about that one. Right, mirror maneuver again. The NPCs move quite slow to react to that. Okay. Safe here. Okay. I did aim mechanic right. Woohoo! Oops. Right, it's this one that I've got to... So it radiates out in a 3/4 length. Yeah, so basically I need to look where it's going to end up and just get the hell away from there. Ooh, fending stuff. What does the fending stuff look like? Some pretty basic trousers. Oh. Okay, so this is where the kind of Solution 9 Allergan stuff, I'm assuming it's Allergan, comes in. Yeah, the lost Allergan city on the northern continent, or whatever it turns out to be. Yes, I suspect the relation of the City of Gold, what it actually is, will be two very different things indeed. Now, what was Solution 9 the Solution 2? Assuming it is Allergan. Could be Ascian. We've seen hints of it in the artwork. Yeah, this is obviously very different. Do I need the... Now this is peculiar, says Kyle. Yeah. Yeah, it's all circuit boardy, isn't it? Oh. Well, this is where the visions of the gold come in. Huh. Interesting. Very Horizon Zero Dawn-esque actually, this, isn't it? If you've played that. I love that game. Really must finish the sequel. The problem is that it's an open world game and I just never finish them, no matter how invested I get. It took me 2 tries to finish Zero Dawn. Not because I didn't like it, but because it was an open world game and I wanted to do everything and I thought everything was cool, and I just don't have the... I don't have the mental fortitude to ignore things, apparently, in open world games. Give me some... No, that's healing gear. Give me some maiming gear, you cowards. Big, chunky, tanky boys. Yeah, I really need to look up when it's worth using AoE versus... Let me know down below. For Reaper, when is it worth using each? Obviously, I will possibly have looked it up myself by the time this video comes out. But if I haven't... Ooh. It's a giant golden computer mainframe, isn't it? Oh, hello. Sculptor of Silence, Maul Skull. Doesn't sound like a very sculptory name, does it? Ah. Well, what is that? It's huge. Time to test our metal then. Gatekeeper's Anvil. Right, I assume there was a hint as to which colour his fists were glowing. Right, this is the knockback. I waited far too long to hit that. Maul work. Cubes? Cubes everywhere? Oh. Okay. Man likes cubes. Oh, jeez. Back's starting to ache a bit. Painkillers are wearing off. Oh, same again. Ash layer. Right, this again. Ooh. I don't get a lot of time to react to that. I think that's potentially the same pattern each time. I feel like I'm concentrating here. What was Ashlayer again? Oh, Ashlayer's just there. Highway. Gotcha. He's a big boy. So, the seal that they put on the door. Hi, guys. Ah, too slow. That will have faded out. Ow. Right, I got a thing. What was? Oh, I got the maiming. Insufficient armory space. Oh, okay. This is the slightly high-tech gear. And the scythe. Okay, it's one of those. Right, I can at least look forward to this. Ah. Oh. Ahem. Let's pretend that nobody saw that. Surely we've got to see some similarities here between Allagan tech, you know, stuff that we've seen before. It's not the same. Woolclamat won't have seen anything like it, but we have.
I thought this place was of Yokwi origin. But is this glowing stone their creation as well?
No, I don't think so.
I don't believe so. I've never seen anything like it.
Then it's from an even older time. Don't tell me it's the Allagans again.
While careful study would be required to confirm, it does not appear to be reminiscent of their designs.
No, it's kind of a weirder fusion or mishmash, isn't it? I'm sure that line was thrown in just for us.
A golden light. Could it be?
That's a waygate. It's a portal from...
There's something on the other side, but how did we get over there?
Hey, that didn't do that when I trod on it. Maybe I missed the panel. Yeah. Definite similar vibe to Allagan, but not Allagan.
That's how, apparently.
Thanks, Evanville.
Right then. Let's go and take a look.
Sure, we like stepping into the weird unknown. The lighting. It's when they're doing this with the bounce lighting and myriad colours, that's when this new lighting engine is really shining. They wouldn't have been able to do this except in very specific places, like the Bowl of Embers, etc, etc. Yeah, very, very kind of techno, isn't it? That's why it's a city of gold. Because it's gold. And yet...
That seal. That's Charlian and no mistake.
Mm-hmm. That's where the tablets go. So it's not a... It's a seal to stop them going through the doors.
How do we open it?
Come and look at this.
Seven stones.
Your tablets might be a good fit, wouldn't you say?
And they're called keystones. And keys tend to open locks. In the same order as the Tulialal saga, one assumes. My hair is clipping horrendously through those shoulder pads, but... One... I wonder if there's something Galul Jajar knew that's...
Leave it to Alfino.
Alfino will take praise wherever he can find it, bless him. Well. And this is, of course, where the story takes that turn. This got to be some kind of hyperspeed transit tunnel thing. I've played too much Stellar Blade, haven't I? Hypertube slide.
Is it? The Golden City?
Though there is some resemblance, it doesn't quite live up to what the Yokwi described from their dreams.
They didn't know how to interpret it, potentially. Maybe it's a giant computer matrix.
Well done. Well done indeed.
Hello, Papa.
You, my dear daughter, have found the entrance to the City of Gold and triumphed in the right.
So this is his big secret, I guess. But what is it?
So we did it.
The next step is just what is it?
We made it to the end.
No. This is just the beginning. I mean, we're only at the halfway mark, so... There is yet more we need to know.
You seem more perplexed than joyous.
It's just... This place is unlike anything we've seen in Tural. Never mind the peculiar stone.
That looks like a tombstone.
So I am given to wonder, what exactly lies beyond that gate?
Are you going to unleash some terrible monstrosity, Kryl?
Nothing less than the golden city of legend, I assure you. The circumstance.
It looks like a giant airlock, doesn't it?
Gate. As to what the city is and what Gall of Valdesium discovered all those years ago,
that is the next step on your journey.
this knowledge and more, I will share with you after your ascension. What you choose to do with it.
Is this the foundation on which he built his peace? This is end of Act 3, isn't it?
The Golden City is real. It took a while, but I finally found it.
And now Owenville reveals his true form.
Let us return to Tuliola.
Home at last.
I didn't expect to see anything like this until 97, 98. I expected us to go to the other city much later on. I understand now why the students of Valdesium were petitioned. But what were my grandfather's findings? Not only have we gone in that stone, but that gate. It feels as though we have more questions than we set out with, but for now, returning in one piece is cause enough for celebration. That was wholly unlike what I imagined in my youth. Since when did a place like that exist in Yak T'el? Indeedly. Well, we've done it. We've seen Wuklemat to victory in the right of succession. Like me, I expect you have no few questions about the Golden City. They must wait until our claimant has settled into her new role. Even as we speak, she prepares for the Ascension ceremony back at the palace. Given to understand it will be held in a few days' time. In the meantime, let us all enjoy well-deserved rest. You may now enter the Skydeep Cenote with a party of NPC avatars. Freebird Yak T'el. But not the end of the act. So we keep it going. Upon speaking with Peshekwa, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended to set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. In which case, right. I have set aside sufficient time. I assume we're going to get the actual succession thing. Dawn of a new tomorrow. Peshekwa is beaming at you. Yes, let's do it on Reaper. Let's get it up to 97. And then we're safe for a little while. It's our great honour to host the comrades of our future Dawn servants. But your grand journey is doubtless left you fatigued. Please relax and enjoy your stay. Da, 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 da. And then I'm going to go and farm up this gear set. Sometime later. We are sitting around doing much of anything, actually. Somebody at the door? Ah, get on. Surprised to see me? I suppose it's only natural. May I come in? Corner. We got visors in the chute. Anyway. I haven't properly thanked you. For what? That my sister was able to realise her potential is testament to the quality of her travelling companions, particularly you. For that, you have my heartfelt gratitude. I only did as you might have in my position. My primary business in calling is to deliver a message from Larity. As you well know, after the Ascension ceremony, she will officially take up the mantle of Dawn Servant. She has expressed a desire for you to accept a post within her administration, while making no mention of me. If you didn't decide immediately, my sister will broach the matter with you again after the ceremony. Whether you continue to assist Lamity or not is up to you. That is all, if you'll excuse me. You've become somewhat irreplaceable to her. As her brother, I acknowledge that with no little jealousy. But believe me when I say that I hope you will stay by her side. Alas, that is not what we do. We are an adventurer, and we can't do that if we are embroiled in court politics. However, I suspect something will cause us to go further. And thus it arrived. The day of the Dawn Servant Ascension ceremony. Is something going to go horrendously wrong here? It strikes me that this is the perfect opportunity for the Asians to appear again or something. Little bit of a Alamigo style thing going on here. They like their reds, don't they?
What a crowd! As befits the changing of Dawn Servants.
Uh-huh. Yes.
It's starting.
I suspect we think something's going to happen here, and I'm not averse to it.
The Dawn Servant!
Look! He's here!
Where else is he going to be? The Head of Reason going to wake up?
The Head of Reason is resting again. Thought he'd grace us for this occasion at least.
Yes.
People of Tuliolal, you honor us with your presence.
Well, there's more to it than this yet.
Auspicious day, we witness the dusking of one era and the dawning of the next. The succession of Dawn Servants. But I've talked for long enough. Allow me to present the claimant, whose determination, wisdom, and compassion guided them to triumph and the City of Gold.
The question is, what are we going to do with it? I thought she might have a new outfit. That's a lot of people.
My daughter, Wook Lamont.
Yay! That's a lot of people, actually. That's a lot of people. Some of them are just frozen.
Huzzah!
Long live the Dawn Servant! Long live Tuliolal!
Must be a bit overwhelming.
Growing up in this city, I used to think I knew all there was to know about Tulihyolal. But my journey showed me how much I had yet to learn about the cultures, histories, and aspirations of this nation. Through the time-honored Ihana, the Hanuhanu taught me how they nourish and cultivate both the land and their bonds with visitors. And with their alpacas and tradecraft, the Pelupelu showed me the depths of their patience and fortitude, to know when to push through and when not to push your luck. From the Moblins and their artisans, I gained insight into the power of creativity, that it is when we are filled with passion and bolstered by the support of others that we produce our best works. And in Kozamauka, I was moved by the history and hopes of the Yokhui, who believe that death isn't the end, that we live on so long as we're remembered. I felt joy and harmony in Yak T'el when I tasted Shebruk Bibil, the dish that marked the beginning of peace between the Shebral and Mamurja after centuries of warfare. And I felt sorrow in Mamuk when I met with those who placed their faith in the promise of blessed siblings, and for this were burdened with great suffering. Through the understanding we forged, I'm hopeful that they will find what they seek through friendship and community, for we are all Turali.
Understanding with Mamuk? What sorcery did she use on them?
All of which is to say that, as I've come to know our nation, I've seen the ways in which we thrive and the ways in which we still struggle. Some in Kozamauka must resort to banditry to survive. A faction of Yokhui still cling to dreams of conquest. Not everyone lives in peace and plenty. And there's still so much of Tulihyolal I don't know. Places I haven't seen, and people I haven't met.
Yeah.
That's why I hope to keep learning about and from you, that we might build a nation where everyone knows
Lovely
happiness.
dream, isn't it?
Because if there's one thing my journey has taught me, it's that your happiness is my happiness.
Yay!
I say mine, but the Dawn Servant doesn't need to be a single person, does it?
Oh dear. What is she doing?
Yeah.
Oh.
My father led Tulihyolal to prosperity by the resolve and reason of his two
Oh,
heads.
is this why she's not spoken to Kono?
But my one head can only get us so far. To further change our nation for the better, I'll need someone else.
Brother.
Someone with the knowledge and insight that I lack. So what do you say? Be Dawn Servant with me, Kona.
Where is he? Told you. Told you. And she's right. It's 100% the best course.
Lamachi, are you certain?
Of course she is.
Absolutely. You take reason, and I take resolve. Together, we make a full Dawn servant.
You'll have no objections from me, of course. But mine is not the approval you need.
We need the people's.
During my time abroad, I experienced the benefits of foreign technologies, some of which I introduced to our nation. Dirigibles now soar the sky in the south, while locomotives traverse the land in the north. I was convinced that by imitating foreign powers, we could assert our strength and thereby deter invasion. Yet despite my intentions, I failed to understand what I was too eager to cast aside.
Oops.
And the very people I wish to protect. My own journey has taught me that culture isn't a hindrance to progress, but a shared value that binds us, connecting lives and generations.
Life lessons from Final Fantasy XIV.
With your blessing, I vow to help Tuli Yolal prosper in a way that honors the hopes and heritage of all her peoples. My esteemed predecessor would accept nothing less. For ultimately, I harbor the same wish as my sister. To give you cause to smile. That is my heartfelt desire.
And that's the side of him that they haven't really seen much of, because he's kept it all locked away. Who are these two? And why are they being given such prominence in the foregrounds? Are they characters that I've forgotten about already? She already had it prepared with the pair of them.
Glad this didn't go to waste.
Yoink.
This is the Lay of Legacy, the part of the Tuli Hyola saga where you and I become the next Dawn servant.
Good heavens! Don't tell me this is what kept you so busy ahead of the ceremony.
Just so you know, I didn't decide this on a whim. After reflecting on all we've been through, I realized it was the only answer.
With this, both my brother and I have worthy successors. He would have been proud.
He's past tense. He's already passed. But he's not been sleeping.
Of course you knew. It's been 3 years since my brother left us.
It cannot be. The head of reason is no longer with us.
Oh, tragic tidings.
I didn't want to believe it.
I'm sorry I never told you. We wanted the people to rest easy until our successor could be chosen. Planning the right was my brother's final duty. He was determined for it to serve the nation's best interests, and labored nigh without cease.
Must be very, very odd to lose such a considerable part of yourself.
And then he died, forcing me to do the actual work. Sneaky bastard. But he did well. I have to give him that. The outcome speaks for itself.
And carrying him around as well.
Quite to the original script, your new dawn servant rises. May they shine resplendent, and their rule bring light ever greater to Tuliolo.
And with that, the first half of the expansion is, I assume, concluded. But wait, for there is more. The head of reason was very wise indeed to devise something so elaborate and meaningful as the rite of succession. It is a shame he could not be here to bear witness to the end. A bittersweet celebration, to be sure, but I'm glad Wuklamat finally got the recognition she deserves. She might have told someone what she was planning, but Wuklamat does not act without the best interests of her people in mind. Yes, we have noticed that. Wuklamat was brilliant up there, wasn't she? The part with the second promise was surprising, but between the two of them I dare say our new Dawn servants will be capable of anything. The future of Tuliolo is bright indeed. But wait. Earlier, in Yak T'el. Huh?
Changes in the air, and it's all because of our little firebrand.
I love his voice.
Every Ilmer father's daughter, that one. I'll be watching where you steer this nation, lass. With what time I've got left.
Foreshadowing. How old is Cat and Ram? How long do they live for? The Rugadin. Assuming he is supposed to be a Rugadin, isn't he? Even if he's got a very specific face. Something's gonna happen here? Huh. Ever greater, ever brighter. Ba-da-da-da. Wookiemat has truly come into her own, has she not? Our Kryle's going to be distraught because she's not going to get the answers. Indeed, even as she moved the people with her heartfelt words, she retained her characteristic spontaneity, as evidenced by her nomination of Kona as fellow Dawn servants. Well, not exactly spontaneous, was it, considering she had the thing planned in advance? As sudden as it was, I'd like to believe she gave it all due consideration. She had a bloody sculpture made! She could do far worse. Kona completed every feat except the last, and that he only forfeited to help Wookiemat secure victory. I look forward to seeing how Tuliola will prosper under their care. Speak of the devil, and she shall appear. Your Highness. Everyone, thank you for coming. I can see you all perfectly from up there. That was an impressive speech, Dawn Servant. Dawn Servant 1. I told you, no titles. We have to get used to that, though. Besides, after everything we've been through together, you're nothing less than family. So, like my family does, I'd like you to call me Lamity. I'll try to pronounce... No, it would be my honour, Lamity. I will try to pronounce it correctly, however. Thank you. It means a lot to me. It'd also be my honour to call you Lamity. Might as well. Indeed. Consider us your Eorzean cousins, if such a notion appeals to you. Cousins. How did I pronounce? I pronounced that wrong. Eorzean cousins. It's a little embarrassing, but not in a bad way. Ownville? There's still lots I'd like to say, but I need to make my rounds first. I want to thank my supporters who are visiting for the occasion. Could you wait for me here? Of course, we'll keep ourselves entertained. That said, would you join me, Demajen? Yeah, I thought that might happen. Wonderful. Come with me outside the Winged Walk, then. Yes, I wonder what... She's going to offer us a role. But, of course, we are not one for that kind of stuff. It's very green. Do 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 do. I was kind of surprised that we got the kind of techno armor at this stage. Ready? Let's go. Our first stop is Auntie's Tacos, and not just for a snack, I promise. Wookiee and Mablu should be there. Right, we go for a second tour of the city, I guess. It's got kind of a victory lap style feel to it, doesn't it? But to be fair, the character progression for Wookiemat has been well done, in my opinion. You know, some people aren't going to like her. Some people are. You know, I personally think that she's had an impressive arc. She's had some good growth. Voice actor has done a great job. Dawn Servant Wookiemat. Oh, she was marvellous there, wasn't she? I simply wept with joy. Ohokali. These tacos are delicious. And I doubt even tasty if topped with reeds. Been a while since I made it to the capital. I had to find it so lively. Dawn Servant Wookiemat. Words cannot well express the profound joy your ascension has brought me. No need for formalities. I'm still the same old me. Alright then. I shall forgo formalities. But I cannot. You are a Dawn Servant. Too disrespectful is it to reject... Oh, God. As Dawn Servant, I'm ordering you not to bother with formalities. Alright then. I won't bother anymore. I could more easily converse with a drunken alpaca. Thank you for helping Wooklemat become Dawn Servant, Demajen. Political opinions in our community may have been divided, but Dawn Servant's ascension presents us with a prime opportunity, which is why I convinced everyone to participate in a commemorative sales campaign. Ah. Of course you did. A wonderful plan, though. My first big undertaking as merchant. I do like the sound of a sale, so long as I'm not persuaded to buy too much. It's so good to see you all of you again. I wanted to personally thank each of you for your help. The Feat of Reeds and the Feast of Gold were my first true tests as a claimant. If not for your guidance, I would have failed the rite of succession before I fully understood its importance. Now that you've given me a taste for celebrating culture, I can't wait to see what else Tuliol has to offer. Yak T'el, for instance. As always, you must observe proper etiquette. I would be happy to offer my services as a tutor, should you desire. I could think of no better instructor. I'll be sure to bring Kona as well. Your duties as Dawn Servant will be plentiful. Don't forget your promise to attend Ihihana next season. Of course! I wouldn't miss it. When I made a name for myself as a merchant, I'll come to the palace and tell you all about my biggest sales. Gee, I look forward to it. I have been personally attending to your alpaca's care. Don't we hope to see you at the ranch again? Hehe, tell my fluffy, spit-filled friend that Wooklemat will visit soon. Anyway, you'll have to excuse us. Oh, you haven't seen Vonjonten around, have you? Tall, slim fellow with long pointy ears. I saw a man matching that description by the weapons dealer in Bayside Bevy, the company of a moblin and a pair of Yahui, if I remember correctly. Bayside Bevy, got it. Onwards! Enjoy the festivities, everyone. And the tacos. Nom 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 nom. Taco! Hello, friends! You're so tall, Glowfella. And you have a massive hit circle. I've not come to Tuliol in quite some time. The citizens behold the High Luminary with awe. No doubt few have seen one of his station, or his stature. What friend? Akarok is grateful for this meet again. What friend, Demajen? Dawn Servant, Demajen, you're honoured with your presence. Thank you for coming, everyone. I know the journey to Tuliol isn't a short one. Long road worth the travel to congratulate new Dawn Servants. To hear the head of reason has passed brings me sorrow, but we who remember him will ensure he lives on. May the accolades of this day be as offerings to the future he envisioned. The High Luminary and I attend on behalf of Warlord's Echo. Had our people come en masse, we would have been an obstruction. Nonsense! You're always welcome, all of you. This is your city as much as anyone's. I'm glad to see you hail and whole, Demajen. I know little of the particulars. I can only imagine your latest adventure has been both long and colourful. Beginning with near shipwreck, if you remember. Yet here we stand, celebrating the ascension of your claimants. Yeah, we did alright, didn't we? When my journey began, I thought only of preserving the peace that my father worked so hard to create. The Feast of Pots, the Feat of Proof, and the Feat of Ice showed me that peace is not simply the absence of war. Being able to live together in safety and happiness, that was what my father envisioned for this nation. That's the Tuliol I want for you all. So I promise you this, as Dawn Servant, I will do everything I can to bring that same happiness to the bandits in Kozamuka, and the Yahui of Chihuahua Saltern. I won't forsake them. As I was moved by your father's influence, so too may the Chihuahua come to accept your peace. Their beliefs have stood for a millennium. They are not easily shifted, neither are they immutable. Well, I can be pretty determined. They'll come around eventually, mark my words. I can vouch for the efficacy of such determination. Thanks to the Moblin's hospitality, I've been able to rediscover the joy of my craft and honour my father's legacy. Now that good living is secure, the village overflows with Phil smiles. Such cooperation between Hellhounds and Potsworn is the very spirit of a healthy pot pact. A partnership like yours is bound to be fruitful. I look forward to seeing the fantastic pieces you produce. There are some other people I'd like to see, so we should take our leave. Let's try and find Hanurok. Your actual father. The Shabrash Rash. I believe I saw him on the sands below. That was the wrong voice, but whatever. Gleam Sands, thank you. Enjoy your time in the city. And remember, this will always be your home too. You must think my attendance incongruous to such an auspicious occasion. Yet as a talk of Mamuk, I have a duty to represent the goodwill of my people. What a wonderful variety of foods and flavours they have here. I must be sure to bring some home for the others. My. You honour us with your personal visit, Dawn Servant. Congratulations upon your ascension. No, none of that. My title may have changed, but I'm still just Wooklamat. More than just, I'd say. You've grown into a leader fit for this nation. Your father must be proud. I hope so. But big events like this make me wonder, you know. What my birth parents might say if they knew. I imagine they would say that it fills their hearts with joy to see the strong, compassionate woman you have become. I owe my thanks. I owe you my thanks as well for fulfilling your promise to me. I told Bakul Jaja to stay with us so we could all congratulate you in person, but he marched off, muttering something about not being able to face you just yet. Yeah, the boy needs purpose. Purpose beyond catering to the demands of others. He was always too obliging for his own good. I'm sure he'll find it in his own time, especially if he knows his family is there for him. That we are. By the by, have you seen Kettenram anywhere? Tanqua, that is. Kettenram, was it? A strong name, a bit exotic. We called upon him before leaving Mamuk, but he wasn't at home. I don't recall seeing him at the ceremony either. The first promise was notably absent as well, though I assumed he required time to salve his injured pride. Everyone thought he'd be the one to succeed Papa. My victory must have come as quite a shock to him. I'd forgotten about him, actually. As for Tanqua, I'm sure he's around here somewhere, or ready to appear when we least expect him. We'd best be going, but relax, enjoy and make yourself at home, and come and visit us any time. So is this what's going to cause us to set out again, the missing Kettenram, or is there going to be more to it yet? Alright, I think I found everyone I could find. Let's return to the others in the Winged Walk. Nod. Welcome back. I hope you didn't rush on our account. So we're going to have a catalysing incident here. Something that breaks this celebration up.
Seen everyone you wanted to see?
I have. Sorry for keeping you
Also, where are Thancred and Uyange?
Now, there's just one last matter. What Kona spoke to you about. I'm sure he made it abundantly clear. But I'm completely serious. I want you to stay in Tulihiola with me.
But
I'm not forcing you, of course. But should you wish it, you'll always have a place here. Ah, that's right. This is for you.
A gift?
A permit granting passage to Shatural, which, as I recall, you've yet to see.
More adventure. Oh, and she did promise us.
Like you could hardly resist, no?
Oh, Oh, indeed.
I can't believe our journey is over already.
I don't think it is.
You accepted me as a comrade and stood with me to the end. You have my eternal gratitude. Thank you. Well, I had better get going. I need to start learning all my official Dawn servant duties. I'll be sure to share what my old man says about the Golden City too, once he tells me. Till then, feel free to pass the time as you like.
End of act.
For now, I will remain in Tural. There's someone I'd like to see before returning to Sharlayan.
His mentor.
What about the rest of you?
Alize and I also intend to remain a while longer. As educational as this experience has been thus far, we feel there are even more lessons to be had for Garlemald. By hearing about the peace your father facilitated, and then seeing you reforge relations with Mamook, we were reminded of a profound truth. That is, acceptance begins with understanding.
Yup.
And, like you demonstrated throughout the rite, there are unexpected yet effective ways for two sides to understand each other. The question is how to encourage it. And by seeing more of this nation born of unity, we hope to find some hints. Personally, I can hardly wait to learn more about the City of Gold. So, if I may, I'd like to stay in Tula Yolal as well.
By all means. Your rooms are at your disposal for as long as you need them.
And what of you? Thinking of touring Yak T'el, perhaps?
Maybe. That's the plan. I'm still undecided, to be honest. No.
Of course. You're hardly the type to leave half a continent unexplored.
It's true.
Then perhaps we could travel together?
I wonder if we're going to leave these guys here.
The person I intend to meet is my mentor, so I'll be visiting my hometown in Yak T'el.
Thought you might.
If you have no particular destination in mind, I'd be happy to guide you on board.
I thought you might.
Then it's farewell for now. Take care, all of you.
Yes, there's a definite feeling of the end of this story. It's kind of like what they tried to do but didn't really succeed with Stormblood, where they got two separate continents and they ping-pong back and forth. Rather than doing it that way, they've had story for the southern half, and we'll have the story for the northern half, and almost 100% certainty there will be multiple links that we can't yet foresee.
Come and meet me at the Yak T'el Skygate.
We're friends to the end, you hear me? Friends to the end!
That's been really nicely done. And the best results, I think, for the nation. But I'm very intrigued as to what has happened with Kettenram. Speak with Erenville. Where is he? Yes, the stuff with Kettenram Yeah, it looks like he was assassinated. Is what it seemed to be going for. What am I looking for? White bloom post. Maybe he's been kidnapped. Either way, something is afoot. This has got to end the. Past these gates and over the bridge lies Yak T'el. You have your permit, yes? Packed and ready? No last-minute stops to make before we leave? Forgive me, I'm afraid travelling with our new Dawn servant may have scarred me for life. Into a cutscene, or... Meanwhile, in the depths of the Skydeep Cenote. I knew there'd be a meanwhile. Is this Seralja? Why? Has he taken them from... I mean, this will certainly aid him in conquest, wouldn't it? You're going to open the gates. Because he's very much a loose thread, isn't he, realistically? This is the gate to the Golden City. Oh, his asshole friend. 2 decades ago, your father bade me transcribe a letter to a scholar across the salt, petitioning the study of this place. What he discovered was something the Dawn Servant feared enough to seal away forever, or so we thought, until the right's objective became the City of Gold. But to think that Tanqua would be entrusted with its safekeeping. Had I known that doddering old fool carried a set of keystones, we might have spared ourselves those tiresome feats. Great power sleeps here, and with it, you shall obtain your birthright. So you say. Yet the new Dawn Servant succeeded where I could not. Taking their throne will be no easy task. A resilient son underestimates his own potential. There is no need for worry. I have liberated the key from the Dawn Servant's vault. You alone have the means to unlock the gate. You will gain all you were denied. The right, your father's shade. These bitter memories shall soon be forgotten. What is it? Seize your future, promise. Open the gate and become the ruler you were destined to be. This is gonna fuck a lot of shit up. Oh, it shines when he holds it. Ooh, it's working. Is someone there? Can you hear me? At last. Who's there? Show yourself. If only I could. Alas, this gate will not open for me. Only the key in your possession can connect us. Ah. Then you are the guardian of the city's great power? I do not claim this power is great. The knowledge I possess is enough to realize any desire to remake worlds. Uh-oh. Is that so? Ha ha ha! Evil laugh. Fascinating. Name your price then, for my desire is the world itself. Yes, yes, the resilient sun rises. Together we shall create a nation worthy of our rule. Promise. Why? Shocking! As if he was going to share power. The useless tool is cast aside. Deliver me a new world, one that bends to my will. As you wish, but in exchange. Oh, it's not going to tell us what the other side of the bargain is yet. In right triumphant, end of Act 3. Lovely setup for the next half of the expansion. Question, is this... It's still a level 95 quest, so we are at that halfway mark. We are almost level 97. I'll get that in a dungeon in a second, because I'm going to go and see if I can get the rest of this glamour set, because of course I am. Yes, that played out in many ways as I predicted it would, and arguably should. You know, Kona and Ulklamat's sharing the throne, essentially. It was very clear that they complemented each other in terms of their skill sets. You know, Ulklamat's the people person, Kona is the intellectual. You know, I hadn't admittedly thought of it in the terms of the resolve and reason, though I probably should have done. Yeah, that was just, you know, a very kind of heartwarming, that's not a word, heartwarming story. I really enjoyed going around and learning about all the different, you know, cultures and stuff. The world building was very well done. And I'm really intrigued now as to find out what is going to happen next, essentially. You know, we've got this entire other continent to explore, with undoubtedly some amazing music. Yeah, I'm just really, really intrigued as to, you know, how far Zoralja is going to go, and so on and so forth. I shall take. These are all going to be from Sholani. Where's that? Oh, that is somewhere we haven't been yet. Interesting. Okay, so we can do some of them, but we can't do all of them until we carry on with the MSQ. Well, that is not going to be today. And I do mean today. I am going to turn the camera off. I'm going to turn the lights off because it's warm and my back is starting to hurt again. But yes, I've very much enjoyed what Dawntrail has offered for us so far. And hopefully you have enjoyed my reaction / commentary / whatever this is as we've gone along. Let me know your thoughts on the stuff so far. By the time this video comes out, I should be done with the whole thing. I'm not really rushing to edit stuff together because what's the point? You know, I'm not going to rush a load of stuff out in early access. People are going to want to play this for themselves. So, you know, I've got no issues with waiting some time for this. I'm just stocking up a load of footage. I've got all summer, after all, to get this sorted. I'm going to go and run this dungeon again, see what the rest of this set looks like. I'm not a big fan of the scythe, but the armour itself, I'm intrigued by. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next bit. Cheerio! Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.